Was unexpected. Muhammad says he was friends with the woman who was killed. When he heard the news, he drove to the family's home.
This to happen, I can't fathom this. I can't imagine this happen to them. I hope somebody was left out of all the four of them.
Now friends, neighbors, and loved ones are left with questions and heartache just weeks before Christmas.
I never imagined this would happen to them. I never imagined in the wilderness of my life that this will happen to
On
this.
Saturday, December 3rd, at around 8:45 a.m., police were called to a residence on the 4500 block of East Pages Lane in Louisville, Kentucky, to reports of shots fired. When they arrived, they found the bodies of 49-year-old Mary and Juki Mushemi Shanton, her daughters 17-year-old Andrianna and 11-year-old Brianna. Also found and suffering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound was 60-year-old Gary Stanton, Mary's husband and the children's father. Gary had shot his entire family, then turned the gun on himself. Mary was a Kenyan national who had migrated to the U.S. She was a registered nurse. She had just opened an adult daycare center. She was described as smart, uplifting, and driven. 17-year-old Andrianna was a student of DuPont Manual High School. She was described as smart, responsible, and full of life. 11-year-old Brianna was described as brilliant, funny, and adventurous. In October, the entire family had gone to Kenya for Mary's father's funeral. Her family has said everything seemed fine with the couple. There was no indication a tragedy was about to occur. On Tuesday, November 28, Gary wished his wife happy birthday on Facebook. He called her the love of his life. By Saturday, he had taken all of their lives.
The adult male was a primary aggressor who shot the three females.
Police responding to tragedy on East Pages Lane in Valley Station.
It's very difficult. Anytime lives are lost, anytime there's juveniles involved.
The Jefferson County Coroner's Office confirming 49-year-old Mary Stanton, 17-year-old Andrianna Stanton, and 11-year-old Brianna Stanton were shot and killed, and that 60-year-old Gary Stanton died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Mary's sister Emily Muchemi tells us the whole family had recently just traveled to Kenya to bury Mary's father, saying, quote, Gary, Mary, and the girls really enjoyed the trip, and they were all looking forward to going back in the summer. She tells us in a statement, quote, Mary was full of life, and this week in particular, she was very optimistic about life. We talked and joked every day. Nothing seemed off. She worked so hard to become a registered nurse and just started her adult daycare center in Louisville. Family was important to her.
The holidays are usually a very dangerous time for domestic abuse victims. A lot of people are suffering behind closed doors. Please keep the loved ones affected by this tragedy in your thoughts and prayers.